edition of Love What You Do, Do What You Love. I'm here with Soula Alexander, voiceover artist, actor, mother, presenter, TV presenter.
Yep.
Have I left anything out?
No, I think that's about it.
Okay. Now tell us a little bit about you as a presenter, voiceover artist. How did you get to where you are now? Like, tell us about your journey. Now, you studied acting back in the day.
I did. Do you want to know how I really started being a voiceover person?
Talk to me.
It started probably when I was about 16 years old at a department store in Adelaide. You'd know this, John Martin's. I was working just as a sales assistant when I was at high school, and someone decided I had a fairly decent voice. So one night they gave me a microphone, and you know those speakers on wheels? You sort of walk around the department store telling people that, you know, shoes are on sale for $10.99. So that's what I did. So every Thursday night and Saturday morning at John Martin's West Lakes, which was it owned by David Jones or something?
No, I think it was independently owned.
Anyway, so Thursday night, Saturday mornings, I would be the spruiker, the in-house spruiker.
So you basically spruik all the specials and...
all the specials around the store. So I would go there at 6 o'clock and they would give me a list. At 6 o'clock you're going to be in the women's fashion department. At 7 o'clock, men's shoes. And then someone heard me and they wanted me to do you remember when Maya moved in Rundle Mall back in the 80s?
Yeah.
So I was the voice that did the Maya moving sale. And I was at uni then, studying drama.
Oh, so you were studying drama. So you knew at an early age that you wanted to be an actor.
Yes, I always wanted to be an actor, but I was a very shy person when I was a kid, and I didn't want to tell anyone that I wanted to be an actor. I was pretty good at science. So when I finished high school, I actually got into dentistry. Weird.
Okay.
And I auditioned for drama school. I didn't tell anyone, didn't tell my parents. I got in, and then I broke the news that I wasn't going to go and be a dentist.
A dentist? A
dentist.
Yeah.
So I got into Adelaide Uni dentistry course.
What... Did you have a passion for dentistry, or was it just one of those things that you did?
I had a passion for science.
Oh, okay.
So I don't know where it came from.
But
I liked teeth. I still like teeth, and I still love going to the dentist. But anyway, that's by the by. I secretly auditioned for drama school. I got in, broke the news to Mum and Dad. They were devastated.
They would have been devastated.
That I wasn't going to be a dentist.
In primary school, did you like acting?
I did. I did year 12 drama.
Okay. So that's where
it happened. Thank you, Ms. Gaynor Roja. So she introduced me to drama, to all things drama. And actually I've got 3 people to thank. Miss Breskovich at Woodville High School, who taught me how to speak properly.
Oh, well, you're doing a good job.
Mr. John Murphy, he was my English teacher, and he always told us to read out loud. And so I used to read all of my novels out loud at home in my bedroom.
Okay. Is that something you still do?
No, I don't.
Do you think it helped you?
Absolutely.
With your diction?
It helped me articulate. Absolutely. And then drama. I did year 12 drama.
That really would have. Okay, going into drama and reading out loud and all those other little exercises would have helped you with script reading.
Absolutely.
You wouldn't have realised that at the time, but then once you become an actor...
Yeah, remember Bud Tingwall, the actor?
Yeah.
He read the newspaper every single morning as a warm-up before going in to rehearse plays.
Oh, okay.
So, I mean, I do warm-ups every single time I do a voiceover. I mean, you hear me doing my... bits and bobs, tongue twisters and things. But I think the reading out loud really helped me, especially when you've got to go in there and read a 10-second ad in 9 seconds or 7 seconds.
Yeah, a 10-second ad that should be 20 seconds, and they want you to squeeze it into 10
well,
seconds.
Exactly. Like all of the ads that I've read this week that are, 45 seconds, and I've got to do them in 25 seconds.
So, ethnic parents, you break the news...
It
Mum and Dad,
didn't go down very well.
I don't want to be a dentist.
No,
I'm going to be an actor.
I want to go to acting school.
Lovely.
So, it didn't
What
go
have we
down
done?
well. I know. What did we do wrong? So Mum she wouldn't tell any of her friends that I was at drama school.
Oh.
She told her friends that Soula was going to be a drama teacher.
Okay.
Right? So I did 4 years of acting school, plays, left, right and centre. Continued doing my spruiking in all the department stores in Adelaide. And I was, when I finished uni, I started my teaching degree to make my parents happy. So I'm teaching diploma. So after my 4-year degree.
Now she's come back.
Now
you're gonna be serious.
Exactly. And then of course I didn't.
Did you finish your teaching degree?
No, I'm an idiot for not having finished because I think I had like 1 term to go. So I went through the whole lot. 1 term to go. Even did my prac teaching.
Yeah.
But then got an acting gig with Vital Statistics Theatre Company. It was
that in Adelaide?
They were in Port Adelaide,
Okay.
based in Port Adelaide. It was a sort of
Community theatre?
No, it was a proper paid
okay.
gig. It was sort of a kind of politically correct. It was actually, can I say this? It was a lesbian theatre company. Vital Statistics.
Okay.
So we did a play and we toured around Tassie. It was about domestic violence. And Nicholas Hope, the guy from Bad Boy Bubby, he was the lead.
Oh, right.
And he played my dad. So after that,
That's it.
that was it.
You're not going back to school.
And that was about 30 years ago, so there was no going back. And after that, I toured with theatre and education companies. There was a company called Patch Theatre in Adelaide, and I went over to New South Wales and toured with a theatre and education company called Theatre South, did all of New South Wales, went back to Adelaide, did a few little bits and bobs. I think I was actually coming to Melbourne doing a few TV shows. That was back in the day of, remember Chances?
Oh, I remember the name,
anyway,
I don't remember the show.
I did that.
Yeah.
And then I auditioned for a role on Neighbours, and I've decided, I don't think I got it, but I decided, you know what, it's time that I need to move.
You need to be in Melbourne.
So I moved when I was 26. Got in the car in my Toyota Corolla, filled it up with all my stuff.
I need to hear something. How was Mum and Dad? That would have been...
Okay, do you want to hear the story?
Let's hear the story.
Okay, the story is my mother, of course, did not want me to leave.
Yep.
I filled my car with all my stuff, and as we said our goodbyes, lots of tears, and my mother threw herself on the front of my car screaming, "Don't go, don't go. It's free here. It's free." I think she said something like, "We'll buy you a unit if you stay in Adelaide."
So she tried, all stops.
All stops. She actually bruised the palms of her hands. That's how bad it was. Anyway, so I said to her, as I'm driving out the driveway, it'll probably only be for about 6 months.
Yeah.
So, how many years later? 1992. 26 years later.
But it's the best movie you ever made, yes?
Oh, absolutely.
Because for an artist, whether it be musician, actor, Melbourne, Sydney...
Adelaide was not the place to be. And even, I still have friends who...
Back then, I don't know what it's like now, but still, I still think if you really are passionate about what you do, you want to be in proximity, you want to be with the agents, you want to be...
You've got to be here, where all the shows are. You can't be in Adelaide. There was theatre still at the time happening, but even with like the State Theatre Company of South Australia, all the actors... all the big names came from Melbourne and Sydney. Yeah. So we used to get like just the little
parts.
Yeah.
Because it's all got to do with profile.
Well, and bums on seats, selling tickets.
Yeah.
So look.
So you did some acting, you did a lot of acting here.
I did a lot of theatre here and in Sydney, and then the TV roles started to come in, so a lot of guest roles.
Yeah.
On all of the shows, Neighbours, Stingers, GP, A Country Practice.
And by now, Mum and Dad are okay?
Oh, they were fine.
Now I see on TV.
Yeah, sort of, yeah. But there was also that thing in the back of their minds, she's still going to come home, right?
Yeah.
Our baby's still going to come home and get married and have kids and live.
Which you did, but you did it in Melbourne instead.
I did it in a very, very different way. I did it my way.
As Frank Sinatra would say, you did it your
my
way.
Exactly.
And and so... as part of the acting, and I know you still do some television presenting, the voiceover stuff, that sort of because I know you said back in the day, John
Yeah.
Martin's, was that something that you always sort of, oh, you know what, I might pursue that? Or is it something you thought, you know what, as a part of my craft, maybe I'll give that a go? Or is it just something naturally?
It actually wasn't even premeditated.
Yeah.
I think it was, to be honest, I had a mortgage back in the early 90s, my little flat in St Kilda.
Yeah.
And I wasn't making enough money doing theatre.
Okay.
So someone said, hey, you've got a fairly decent voice. We've got a friend who's got a studio, and it was doing telephone messages on hold.
Okay.
So that's how I started. And that's when I actually got the Telstra gig.
Okay.
So I'm one of the voices on the Telstra mobile net.
All right.
So I started that 20-something years ago, when mobile phones, you know, were
new.
Were new.
When they were phones, just phones.
When they
When
were
they were
just
just
phones
phones.
and not cameras.
Yeah.
Like this. So I was doing messages on hold, and then I think I ended up walking into Fox FM and saying, hey, I'm a voiceover gal, do you want to give me a go? So it was Fox and a studio in South Melbourne that kind of said, hey, it was
Flagstaff, maybe?
no, not Flagstaff, the guys in who were Risk, Bay Street,
Yeah.
Port Melbourne.
Yeah,
I can't remember. Flint Webster.
Flagstaff.
So they
gave you a go?
They gave me a go.
And then it
and that was
snowballed from there.
1994, 24 years ago. Doing voiceovers
Good.
here. I think I was doing voiceovers in Adelaide for, was it 5AA radio station?
Yeah, possibly.
But that was back in the day where I actually didn't really know how to do voiceovers. Like, I think my first gig was 5AA.
Yeah.
And they got me to read a 30-second ad. And I was fresh out of drama school, and I read it like I was reading Shakespeare. And it probably took me 3 minutes to read a 30-second ad. So I never heard back from them.
No, because there is a skill and there is a technique.
Well,
that's what
right.
people don't understand. I mean, there's lots of people can be voiceovers, and you may have a great voice, but it's how you.
But it's
the technique. It's
exactly
how you, the microphone, the whole everything
that's right.
that goes into it.
Can you read a 15-second ad in 13 and a half seconds?
Yeah.
Can you read the words? You know, like. Concentrate on the actual words that they want you to say. Can you say 50% in a fabulously exciting way?
Yes, that's right.
Say
it with a smile. Say it with a smile.
With an upward inflection. Say it with a smile, but in a motherly kind of way. Be assertive, but not too assertive. Yeah.
Just pull back a bit, but not too much.
That's right. Be approachable. Be relatable.
Yes, yeah. We've heard it all. Yeah,
we've heard it all. But can you do it like you're a toothbrush? I got asked that once. You're a toothbrush. Okay. Can you read this line as if you're a toothbrush? Sure.
And you know what the good thing about what you do, and I know as we get older, the roles may sort of not be as, they change.
They're different. Yes.
And also, but on-camera pieces are actually not, they're probably not as much as you had back in the day.
No, that's right.
Isn't it? But also, that's why when the voiceover stuff comes in, age is actually not a hindrance. What it does, it just changes the product that you might be selling.
It's not as a big issue because I can still do a 30s kind of voice because that's my corporate sort of sound.
Yeah.
But I can now also do like ads that I do for a particular company. For people like me who've slightly progressed in the queue. So I'm doing, things like
superannuation,
incontinence pads, superannuation, retirement villages. But that's okay.
That's okay.
It was a bit of a shock at the start. Especially my visual stuff, because I'm now doing things like funeral insurance.
Well, that's what I'm saying. You start doing different parts.
Yeah.
But for voiceover artists, because I know a lot of voiceover artists are in their 60s and 70s.
Still doing it.
Still doing
Absolutely.
it. And that's the beautiful thing about being off camera too. And do you feel you're probably going to do this?
Until I'm 175.
Until you have
hopefully.
Yeah.
As long as my voice remains the same.
Yeah.
And I'm sure it will change when I'm 70 or 80.
Yeah.
70, which is going to be in a very, very long
time.
Several decades.
Yes.
I'm sure there'll be something for me to do.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Thanks,
I'm sure.
Jules.
Oh, thank you.
Nice to have you on board.
Thanks for having
That's
me.
all right.
I hate being interviewed.
No, you don't. You're good. Thanks, guys.